Hey everyone, if you're new to my channel, my name is Shey Stitt, and I am here to actually channel the Pleiadian Council of Light today. They are actually an aspect of my Oversoul, but they have an update for everyone who would like some information on what is going on with our energy and how it's going to progress in the month of July. Hi everyone, this is the Pleiadian Council of Light, and we would like to tell you today that we're very proud of everybody and where you have come in your ascension path. We realize this is not easy for anyone and the energies keep picking up. So we will say this. They are going to pick up even more in the month of July. So this is going to be a transitional month where people are actually transitioning to connect more to their higher self or their soul. With that being said, the Oversoul is above, let's just say, the higher self aspects in a sense if you want to visualize it visually, but it's all one really. It's all the same. There's nothing any different. However, we like to say this. Each one of you is an aspect of your soul. You have many aspects within the soul, and you're multidimensional, which means you have, let's just say, aspects of you that come from different Pleiadians, like for example, or from Orion, or from Sirius, or from, let's just say, Lyra. So we realize that this is not exactly what people understand about multidimensional, but let us explain. So multidimensionality means that connecting to, let's just say, higher aspects of yourself. With that being said, these higher aspects are ones that are here to, let's just say, help you in this lifetime. If you are able to connect to them, you're always connected. But what we mean by this is to be able to consciously, let's just say, channel them like Shey is right now. However, with that being said, a lot of you are working towards this. And these are, let's just say, other aspects of you that most of them are, let's just say, above the 6th dimensional level. With that being said, a lot of you are, let's just say, embodying your 4th and 5th dimensional aspects at this time. But as you evolve, you will actually embody more and more, and going all the way up to 12. Maybe not in this lifetime, but maybe in others. But we will say this. This is where you can actually get more information as you're embodying these other aspects, as they have wisdom for you that has been in your soul for a very long time. So this takes some time, but it does happen and occur, let's just say, in a timely manner. So we realize a lot of you are very frustrated that a lot of people can just channel and you're not understanding how they're doing it. We would say this. They have had many lifetimes of coming back here and purging a lot of trauma. As with Shey, she has purged a lot of trauma in this lifetime. And this lifetime has not been easy for her either. So she's had to purge trauma from it as well. And she still continues along with other lifetimes. This is what everybody is doing here on Earth. Everybody came here to heal themselves, to heal their lineages, to heal their ancestors. With that being said, it actually helps heal, let's just say, your kids. If you are healing yourself, you're actually healing your, let's just say, family. And it's not just your family here on Earth, it's your family within the stars and your Oversoul. So we'd say this. It is not easy, and we understand this, but we would say for the month of July, the energies are going to pick up. And with that being said, the more you can go with the flow, the better. Going with the flow and going with the energies is going to support you more than resisting them. So we would give you these tips. Breathe. When you have overwhelming energies, breathe. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Imagine your roots growing from your feet into the ground, maybe wrapping around the center of the earth if you would like that. Shey does that and it helps her more, and she can feel a little tug at the base of her, let's just say, root chakra. With that being said, it's up to you how you want to ground, but grounding, breathing, becoming heart-centered, that is the way that you actually connect and be in alignment with your higher self. So we'd say this. When you have a lot of chaos going on around you, or you have a lot of, let's say, interaction or noise around you, it does not lend you to actually connect to your higher self in, let's just say, the highest way. Everybody's always connected to their higher self. Let me just say that. However, it's not always to the highest aspects. You have to learn to actually go higher within your Oversoul and actually get to the, let's just say, higher dimensional beings to get a higher overview. As if you're getting a 3rd or 4th dimensional overview from your lower aspects, then that's going to be what you're currently experiencing. It's not going to be anything above what you're currently experiencing. Unless you're living mainly in the 5th dimension, you're embodying your 5th dimensional aspects. However, with that being said, there aren't a lot of people, let's just say, on the planet that embody all the aspects. There are maybe a few, and they are just to say, like baby geniuses and things like that nature. However, Shey knows one. With that being said, we would say this. Everybody had their own soul blueprint and path when they came in. So everybody's path is completely different. So don't compare yourself to other people. However, if you want to ascend, that is something you can work with your soul. However, you have free will there too. You don't have to ascend in this lifetime if you do not choose to. You can go to you can have other incarnations and other places if you'd like to ascend or learn lessons and things of that nature. However, it is a game of life, as we like to call it. But with that being said, there is a lot going on in this earth currently. A lot of things that aren't, let's just say, of a high vibration. And that is because it is showing you the duality here on earth. This is why people come to earth, is to experience the duality and experience the dark and the light. So what you are doing here is transmuting the dark to light, and you don't even know it. You're just doing that by existing, by being here on earth. With that being said, this is, let's just say, kind of an illusion. Your soul never leaves the spirit world. This just is an aspect of you that is here in the earthly realm. So for all of those of you that feel like that you are, let's just say, stuck here and you can't get out of what you're currently doing, we would say this: go within, meditate. That is where you're going to find the answers on how to get out of your situation, and not playing a victim mode as well, and asking yourself, what is this trying to teach me? And the minute you shift your reality, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, that's when you can shift into, let's just say, another version of Earth and evolve up in the game. It does take time to learn these things. However, if you're listening to this channel, you are at that point, and these are the things that you need to do. So we'd like to say this: if you feel like you're stuck, as many of you have done the inner work and you still don't know what is going on with you or why you feel stuck still, then we would say this: you can always have a session with Shey. She does many different types of sessions. However, quantum soul healing does, let's just say, energetic work, reconnecting with your soul, working on your chakras, finding out the major blockages within your system. Or you can do an Akashic clearing, which clears a lot of different things in regards to the main chakras, the outer chakras, master programs, soul programs from past lives. You know, they can be from the womb, they can be from birth, they can be from parallel lives. There's a lot of things that encompass an Akashic clearing, but we would say this: that is a very, very heavy clearing. So we would say it can have an impact on you to an extent, so it can affect you. So we would say do it on like a Friday, or, you know, she doesn't work on Fridays, but, you know, a Thursday or something. So that way you at least have some time over the weekend if you have to go back to work on Monday. So we're only saying this because this is the way it has affected the people that she has worked on so far. As for, let's just say, other things she does, she also does, you know, channeling through us. You can connect to your spirit team. She does Akashic, you know, galactic channelings as well. But she also does, let's just say, angelic Reiki. Angelic Reiki is something that can help you come more into balance. She does it remotely, and it's a distance remote thing, as energy is, you know, throughout all time, space, and time, in a sense. However, it doesn't matter if it's hands-on or if it's just in another location. She sets the intention and knows where you are etherically and sends the energy to your body, which affects your physical body. So with that being said, these are the different things Shey offers, but we wanted to get those in here before we say this. We do love and appreciate all you that are helping humanity ascend and rise. It is something that the earth has been wanting to do for a very long time, and you are doing it. And as you do this, you actually evolve to, let's just say, another version of earth that is in a more peaceful state. But it takes healing and going within in order to get there. So this is what most of you are here to do. Everybody thinks they have this huge soul mission, but not necessarily. Most people are here just to heal themselves, heal their lineages and things of that nature. However, if you feel like there's something else you're still here to do, it could be possibly your ego pushing you to want to do more, or it could actually be that you actually have a soul mission. So a lot of you think, you know, I'm here to do something, I don't know what it is, and I can't figure it out. Sometimes that doesn't have anything to do with you actually doing anything beyond what you're doing, in a sense, besides healing yourself and learning to love yourself. Self-love is key. Learning to love yourself helps other people learn to love themselves, as it is a mirror effect, which helps heal the world. With that being said, that is our message for the day. And if you have any comments, you can drop them below, and we will start doing monthly energy updates for you. But that is all we have this time. And we are extremely grateful for all of you, and we wish you all well. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone. Okay, well, that was a really good message, and how we can deal with our energies and things of that nature. And yes, we all came here to essentially heal. A lot of people think, you know, yes, you come here to experience, you know, yeah, that is one thing too, but you come here to heal too and evolve. If you're wanting to do the ascension path, or you're on the ascension path. So some souls aren't necessarily on an ascension path. So you might see people that aren't doing anything, and you're like, what's going on with them? Aren't they trying to work on themselves and things of that nature? But everybody has a different soul path. So we would say at this time, that is exactly what everybody's here to do is heal and to learn self-love and to love themselves. So with that being said, if you have any questions, you can drop a comment below. If you would like to have a session with me, you can go to my website, higherspiritualhealing.com. And I look forward to next month's energy update. I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.